meeting of the Thursday, March 14th scheduled meeting of the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District. At this time, call the meeting to order, and let's rise and repeat after Chief Henke. Salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, the Metro Cable announcement is the open session meeting is videotaped for Cablecast on Metro Cable 14, replay on Saturday, March 16th, 2013 at 1 p.m. and Monday, March 18th, 2013 at 6 p.m. on Channel 14, webcast at www.sacmetrocable.tv. The open session meetings are also available for viewing on the district website at www.metrofire.ca.gov. First item, the consent agenda, item number 1.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by Director Gould and a second by Director Scheidegger. Board Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Directors Monk,
Aye.
Wood,
Aye.
Scheidegger,
Aye.
Gould,
Aye.
Barzali,
Aye.
Jones,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent, motion passes.
All right. Yes, come forward, please, Mr. Davis. I was going to give you a little heads up. Action items. Resolution number 1 is a reimbursement agreement for the California Fire and Rescue Training Authority for Zinfandel Urban Search and Rescue Prop Design and Construction. Mr. Davis.
Director Larry Davis, Chief Development Officer. The items ahead of you, there's 4 items in a row that are all related and kind of similar, and I apologize for the repetition. There was a lot of connectivity in those items and a lot of documents and agreements. So I just kind of want to tie it all together. The projects that you're looking at will be the construction. There's 2 projects here. One is the design and construction of urban search and rescue props for the California Fire and Rescue Training Authority out on our 53-acre site on Zinfandel. As you know, the district has 53 acres out on Zinfandel that we're developing, and subsequent to the purchase, we leased 8¼ acres of that land to the California Fire Rescue Training Authority. We're now developing urban search and rescue props to train California's 8 urban search and rescue teams on that site. So this first reimbursement agreement is for $1.3 million to reimburse us for the design and construction of those facilities. So on your screens, there's a picture of the site. The props, it's not everything in the picture is funded in this activity. What will be funded will be the superstructure for a collapsed office building, and I think to the next. It's there at the top of this grid, up in the top of that. It's a 3-story office building. I think go to the next one with a better shot. It's there off to the right in the background. As you can see, it looks a lot like the. Oklahoma City. Almost exactly like Oklahoma City. It's exactly what it is. And what it has is several floors that delaminate and can move and be configured so that you can operate in that exact environment. Everything off, when the bomb went off, everything is at the wrong level and the wrong angle, nothing is square. So trying to extricate people from the structure is difficult because nothing's trued up. So that prop will simulate that environment. And then Arthur, yeah, there we go. And the other props that are going to be funded with this are the trench rescue prop, which is out in the distance, a shoring and bracing prop, which is the 2-story prop at the far end, the breaking and breaching props with a gantry over it. The gantry is used to move materials around and be able to cycle through training quicker. So the gantries will reach over and pick up the broken materials and move them aside and place them so that it'll move quicker. The next is go back one. Kind of a confined space prop, which is they call it a habit trail. Looks kind of like a habit trail where the pipes and the sewer and the storm drains. are all interconnected and gives the opportunity to train on in that environment. So those are the first props that we have funded. Like I said, we have 1.3 million. And this first request is approval of the reimbursement agreement with the JPA for that activity.
Mr. Davis, is it your request that after you present each specific resolution, that we then vote, and then you can present the next material supporting a resolution? Is that how you'd like to do it?
Yes, yeah, if we can just go sequentially, approve the reimbursement agreement, and then there'll be a professional services agreement for this activity right after it.
Continue with your presentation on those 4 items. At the close of your presentation, then we'll.
I think he wanted the exact opposite, Matt. I think he wanted us to vote each one after he finished presenting the back material.
If we can take a vote on each one sequentially, that would be
I
better.
move number 1.
Okay,
Second.
I'm going to give that one to
Okay.
Mr. Scheidegger. Made the motion. Director Jones was the second. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll? Any questions on the issue? No questions. Thank you.
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger.
Aye.
Gould.
Aye.
Barzali. Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
Right then, item
Okay.
number 2, the professional services agreement with MFDB Architects for the Zinfandel Urban Search and Rescue prop design.
okay, this item is the same project. However, this is a professional services agreement for the design services to complete the drawings. There's preliminary drawings, and obviously some work's been done, but the construction drawings and everything to put this out to bid and get it constructed is the next step, and the cost for that is $155,000.
So move.
Second.
We've got a motion by Director Gould and a second by Director Monk. Board Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger.
Aye.
Gould.
Aye.
Barzali.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right. Item number 3 is a resolution for the reimbursement agreement with the California Fire and Rescue Training Authority for Zinfandel financing presentation.
As you know, the district, and as we mentioned before, the district has 53 acres of training facility out on Zinfandel that we're trying to develop. We're pursuing financing for that activity. And the next step is we've had a strategic business plan done a few years ago by MFDB Architects. And, subsequently, we've been pursuing financing from a number of sources. We have some financing presentations coming up. One with Pacific Gas and Electric, and we have some other folks that are interested in receiving a presentation. And we would like to put together a professional package and a very good presentation to put our best foot forward on the project. And so we have asked the JPA to reimburse us for up to $100,000 for architectural and financial analysis services for that purpose.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Director Gould, second by Director Wood. Any questions on the motion, team? No? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger.
Aye.
Gould.
Aye.
Barzali.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right, this brings us to item number 4, the resolution for professional services agreement with Abercrombie Planning and Design for Zinfandel financing presentation. Mr. Davis.
This is the last in this series, and it's a professional services agreement with Abercrombie Planning and Design, who will put together the presentation materials along in conjunction with MFDB Architects. And we're asking for a not to exceed $100,000. I think that's the amount.
I saw that in the,
Yeah,
Well,
not to
does-
exceed $100,000.
It doesn't matter since we just approved the resolution that
Right, but
maxes.
I think the actual agreement that we're working with Abercrombie Planning and Design right now is for $70,000, not the full $100,000. We're asking
So move.
$70,000 professional services.
I'll be glad to second that. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
motion by Director Gould, second by Director Jones. Any questions on the motion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger.
Aye.
Gould.
Aye.
Barzali.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Item number 5 is the Construction Management at Risk Project Authorization Amendment with Roebling Construction Management Service Incorporated for Armstrong East Side tenant improvements. Mr. Cockrum.
President
Chief
Kelly,
Cockrum.
Directors, Scott Cockrum, Deputy Chief of Support Services. Today, I'm happy to present to you the resolution related to doing the east side TIs at the Armstrong Building. We've been working on this for well over a year or longer, and we've through some difficult negotiations and good work with contractors and architects, and the city of Rancho Cordova, we've kind of finally come to the point where we're ready to do it. So I'll read this real quick. In January 2012, Sacramento Metro Fire received a grant for the development of a California Exercise Simulation Center. I'm just going to jump down. On January 25th, 2013, the district executed a professional services agreement with Roebling Construction Management Services for construction manager at risk services to begin pre-construction phase of the project. Pursuant to the agreement, all pre-construction services, including the design trade contractor bidding, were at the expense of Roebling Contracting. As part of the CMAR services, Roebling managed the bidding process for the project pursuant to the district bidding procedures as outlined in Agreement A. A public bid was was conducted on February 27th, which resulted in 14 bid trade contracts. Once approved by the board, will be assigned to the CMAR for administration pursuant to the agreement. Per the agreement, the CMAR has submitted an updated guaranteed maximum budget, which includes CMAR services as outlined in the agreement, as well as the cost of all the proposed trade contracts. In order to move forward with the construction, the district must execute a project authorization amendment, which will include the approval of the guaranteed maximum budget and bid awards for the trade agreement. The total services is $2,431,436 for the guaranteed maximum budget, and that's based on the current drawings. Of course, there might be some, if there's any changes or anything in there, we have some money worked in there to deal with those, so we're hoping not to get too much of that. An estimated $1,217,687 will be funded through the FY11 Homeland Security Grant for the California Exercise Simulation Center, and $1,213,749 has been approved by the board for the FY12-13 budget. Staff recommends the adoption of the resolution and authorizing execution of the attached proposed authorization amendment and all corresponding trade contracts for the Armstrong East Side TI Boardroom, California Exercise Simulation Center.
So move.
And
Second.
We've got a motion by Director Gould and a second by Director Jones. Are there any questions on the motion?
Just nice to see this moving along, isn't it, Chief? After so much hard work, it's pretty awesome to see we're actually going to start making some TIs over there.
And Mr. Chair, I would like to talk on this item as well as the previous 4 that Mr. Davis presented. We've been hearing about this through the entire process of identifying what we wanted to do, getting the grants, getting the funding, working with our partners. So irrespective of going through this fairly rapidly tonight, this has been, meeting after meeting, month after month, almost, really 2 years in the making. And so I concur with Director Gould. I feel delighted, I'm very, very positive that we're finally getting to the point where this is a reality. We'll be able to go out there to the Zinfandel site, to the Armstrong site, and we will see these differences. So thank you. It's been a long, well, perhaps it's normal, but it's been a long haul, and I'm really, really glad that we're at the point we're going to see some visual stuff out there. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I also want to mention that I think it's a creative thing that you all have done, and that's looked at multi-purposing that part of our facility and taking advantage of grants and training needs that are there. That's really, I think, going to be a wonderful benefit to that particular building as people come from all over, it sounds like all over the world, to go through some of this training and see Metro Fire and the men and women that are here. So I think it's a nice feather in our cap to have that on that same floor as well. So I thought that was pretty bright to see how you could, instead of building it on an off-site and not being able to use some of the other facilities that we have, that's nice foresight. Thank you very much.
I noticed that under general conditions and fees, they claim 4 months. Does that mean they are planning on a 4-month schedule?
4-month schedule is what they're planning.
And with their pre-construction meeting to take place at the end of March, when do they anticipate beginning construction?
We anticipate them beginning, we have a pre-construction meeting tomorrow morning for demolition. We anticipate kind of a soft move-in beginning next week with equipment and the stuff that the contractors need to pre-stage. And then April 1st is when we expect that. We have to have a 10-day from tonight. We have to have a minimum of 10 days for the demolition crew to get their bid bonds in and get their money and get their crews ready to go. We couldn't say, okay, yeah, we couldn't do it quite that quick. So within their agreement, they have a 10-day time frame. So that's what we expect.
Okay. All right, then. Board Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger. Gould.
Aye.
Barzali.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
Next item, Chief Cockrum, is yours as well. It is tile installation for Fire Station 109.
Sorry.
His wife.
My mom's texting me.
Yeah. She loves to see you on TV.
I don't know what she wants. So this is for the restroom remodel at Station 109. Back last year, we went through the budget and we identified some priority state fire stations to do some upgrades and remodel on. One of the priorities became Fire Station 109, which is on Robertson and Carmichael. They actually have 9 people housed there. They have an engine, hazmat truck company, the engine company, and a medic. So they have 9 people there. They actually have one large bathroom with 1 shower, and then they have a half bath with just a toilet in it. So that's difficult for 9 people to get through the day. But they didn't complain about it. But it's been on the books for quite a long time to do some remodel on. So. Right now, it's in the process of being remodeled. We have our own district in-house facility staff as what was always agreed upon to do the remodel. There's just portions of it that we're going to contract out. And in this part, what this one is about is the people that are going to come out, we needed somebody to do the tile for us. But it's not only the tile, it's floating the floor, floating the walls, placing the tile. And that we went out for a bid under our standard bid. Is from the district website from February 15th to March 4th, in the B from February 17th to the 22nd, and emailed to the Sacramento Builders Exchange, Roseville office, and Placerville offices. The district has received 1 responsive bidder, Artesian Tile, and we are requesting, to do the bathrooms down there, we couldn't close them off both at the same time, so we have to do it in 2 phases. The first phase is $6,500. That's the smaller one, and then the second phase is $13,450 for a total of $20,000 to complete the task. So we're requesting, the staff recommending is award the bid to Artesian Tile for $20,000.
Second.
We have a motion by Director Scheidegger and a second by Director Monk. Any questions on the motion? Board Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Directors Monk.
Aye.
Wood.
Aye.
Scheidegger. Gould.
Aye.
Barzali.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right, Chief Cockrum, item number 7 is yours as well. It is glue lamb beam repair.
Yeah, on August 26, 2012, I received a call at my office that the glue lamb at Fire Station 50 had cracked and had sunk down about 3 inches. So we went out there, took a quick look at it, Within a couple of hours, we were able to call a structural engineer out, and also we got Fire Station 21 out, our heavy rescue crew out. So we brought both those out. 21 started shoring up the beam, and we got a structural engineer to make sure that we could actually occupy the building. So we were able to provide them the drawings, they got their calculators out, did the math, and made a determination that based on how we were shoring it up, that we could continue to occupy the building. It has taken quite a while to get to the point where we are today. There was a lot of discussion on the best way to fix this, all the way from taking the roof completely off, and because we ended up having to repair 3 beams, all 3 that are going across Apparatus Room Bay. So all the way from removing the roof, which was in the neighborhood of $600,000, to doing some structural work on it, on some of the beams and putting a post in each one, which is where we are today. So we made a decision to go with, and we got a lot of good input from a variety of different engineers and different contractors. And where we landed today was doing a repair. We're going to put some steel, some gluing and screwing, and a post in each one. And we feel like that's going to satisfy what we're trying to accomplish. After going through the formal bid process, we had 3 companies that put in for this formal bid. And after going through the bids, the Bates Construction is who was selected to do the work. They came in at a bid of $103,900. Roebling Construction, which I didn't get on your paperwork, sorry about that, but Roebling Construction came in at $166,000, and Bobo Construction came in at $174,000. We've had the opportunity to bring Bates Construction down in this last week and go over the plans with the structural engineer, and everybody's satisfied with the quality of the work that they'll provide. They're actually a structural engineer firm themselves, so so staff recommends approving the bid award for Bates Construction, the amount of $103,900 for the glue lamp.
I so move.
Motion by Director Jones, and I believe that was second, or was...
Well, I got a question first.
You have a question as well, okay. We'll attribute the second to Director Monk also, and he has a question.
Chief, remind me, how old is the roof on Station 50? Wasn't that a remodel not too long back?
No, I don't believe it was remodeled. I believe that building was built in the mid-'80s.
Okay, but it's the original roof, not, okay. I was looking at possible 10-year construction
Yeah.
defect.
Unfortunately, we've looked at all of those, looked at the plans, looked at the architect is dead, the contractor's out of business, we've gone through every iteration of that you could think of, and here we are.
Great.
Okay.
Please.
Chief, we're here to talk about approving the expenditure of the funds to repair this, and that's good. But I also would acknowledge and express my appreciation to you for your emergency response. You must be an emergency response professional. And
We have
really,
guys.
it's our people.
Not me.
It's our people.
Take that back.
And I'm really glad that you conducted yourself in this department that way. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you. The fire chief actually came out there with me that morning and took the opportunity to meet with the crews there, and it was a good day.
They made me stand under the glue lamp for 5 minutes.
Well, it doesn't look
See
good when
if
the
it was
fire
gonna
station
fail.
falls down.
Just my question is, where is Bates domiciled? Do you have any idea?
Yes?
Get back to me.
Okay,
They're
sorry.
gonna call you.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Not a problem. Board Clerk, we've got the motion and the second. Can you please call the roll?
Directors Monk,
Aye.
Wood,
Aye.
Scheidegger,
Aye.
Gould,
Aye.
Barzali,
Aye.
Jones,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right. Item number 8 is the bid award for sole source purchase of the M7 mobile data computer systems.
Mr. President, I'll be handling that for Darren Taylor. Chief Taylor had a medical issue come up and was unable to be here this evening. So if you'll indulge me, I'll cover this. Mobile data system, sole source bid award. As you well know, we approved the purchase of 2 are 4 single-role paramedic ambulances and 2 Type 3 wildland engines. And with the pending purchase of that equipment, the district's communications division will need to purchase 6 MDCs for those designated pieces of apparatus and 2 additional MDCs for the upcoming projects. Data 911 is the sole manufacturer and source for the Data 911 M7 mobile data computer systems utilized by the district for its emergency operations communication system. So it has to remain consistent. We can't break outside of that. So their bid is $51,525, which includes shipping and taxes. And the recommendation is for you to approve this tonight for that purchase.
I'll move.
Motion by Director Monk,
Second.
second by Director Wood.
What's his name?
I know, I looked, I couldn't tell who it was, Shadegger or Wood. And any questions on the motion?
No, sir?
Excellent, then. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Directors Monk,
Aye.
Wood,
Aye.
Scheidegger, Gould,
Aye.
Orzali,
Aye.
Jones,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right. Item number 9 is the CSDA Board of Directors call for nominations for Region 2, Seat B. Have you all given this a lot of thought? Is your industry engagement calendar full, or would you like to participate?
Mr. President,
Yes.
I spoke with Director Pearson. He said he would have an interest in trying again.
All right. Excellent, then. All right, then.
Mr. Chair, I propose nominating Director Pearson
Second.
to put in for the election.
All right. Motion by Director Jones, second by Director Gould. Nomination from the board to ask Mr. Pearson, or to have Mr. Pearson seek a seat on the CSDA board. All right, then. Board Clerk, please call the roll.
Directors Monk,
Aye.
Wood,
Aye.
Scheidegger, Gould,
Aye.
Orzali,
Aye.
Jones,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Directors Clark and Pearson absent. Motion passes.
All right, then. That wraps up our items on the action, or our action items. Presentations, President report. I have nothing to report at this time, other than we do need to put together an executive committee meeting. And Fire Chief, you have a report?
Yes, Mr. President and Board of Directors. First off, attended the Firefighters Burn Institute Crab Feed on the 2nd of March. Was a great event, well attended. Also, Chief Holbrook attended in my stead the Arden Arcade Rotary Poker Tournament at the California Auto Museum, and that was to benefit some of the law enforcement charities. And I'm happy to say apparently he made it to the final 2 or 3 tables. Unlike myself, I was able, the year that I went, to retire within a matter of about 15 minutes. And so he did very well representing our organization. Upcoming events this weekend is a Guns N' Hoses basketball game at Endurcom High School at 2 p.m. It was a great event last year. I will be unable to make it this year, but it really was a good event to go to, and encourage people to attend. On the 19th, I'll be speaking at the Sacramento Association of Realtors Government Relations Committee meeting in regards to what's going on with us here at Metro Fire and the interrelationship with the Board of Realtors and the business community. Also on the 20th, we'll have the Rancho Cordova 2x2 meeting. The 26th, I'll be speaking at the Arden Arcade Rotary Luncheon. On the 27th, meeting with Senator Jim Nielsen. And on the 29th, we'll have Pacific Gas and Electric here for a presentation by myself and Larry Davis and staff in regards to the 53-acre site and what we have planned for it out at Zinfandel. And then, of course, this month we'll be doing WebEx meetings with all of our members of the department as well. Save the date, the 43rd Annual California Fire Mechanics Academy is the week on March 25th through the 29th at McClellan. It's a great event. It's where we host fire mechanics from throughout the western United States, and including Hawaii, and they come here to learn about the fire mechanics and that. It's a great, great event. We have no new hires to report. Reinstatements, none. Reassignments, none. Retirements, effective 3/1, Captain Raymond Kurt Hudnall, 35 years of service. We'd like to wish him a great retirement. Promotions, effective 3/8, the following people were promoted to engineer: Tom Koselny, Tim Barnes, David Rowland, and Douglas Dozell. And as far as recruitment, applications received, we received 517 applications for firefighter paramedic, 871 single-role EMT, and 320 single-role paramedic applications. And also, we announced that the Community Risk Reduction Division was accepting letters of interest from the ranks of firefighter, engineer, and captain to assist on a limited-term basis completing 2013 fire life safety inspections. And we apparently ended up with about 13 people that applied for that and are going to make it through the process. So we're very encouraged there. And with that, I'd just like to thank our management staff, everybody from the deputies down to the finance people, the human resources, to the secretaries, to the logistics people, everybody that's working there, the office techs. They've done a huge lift over the last several months on trying to get these projects off and running. And they've just done a tremendous job. My hat's off to them. And, you know, this district wouldn't be the district it is, and I think it is, and I think each and every one of you think that it is if it wasn't for them. And that concludes my report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see Chief Holbrook. Oh, operations report. Thank you.
Just like him.
Hello, just like him, but different. Mr. President, Board, my name is John Wagner, Assistant Chief Operations C-Shift, reporting for the absent Chief Holbrook this evening. He's out of state. And I have to report to you from last board meeting, a total of 11 structure fires, 4 were working fires. So I'll give you a little more detail on that. But in all, approximately $650,000 were saved in property of those structures due to the quick response, salvage, quick tactics, and thinking from some of the firefighters that were there at the scene. With some of those calls, we had the EMS side of the program. We had 2,710 dispatches. Of that, 1,717 transports. Of that, about 100 of those dispatch were for other, which could include public assist, standbys for fires, and those types of things. As you well know, we launched the single role paramedic program on March 1st. That went seamless with the assistance of Chief Clef at the dispatch center. Multiple people stood by for the christening of all the units that went into service at 0700 in the morning. They were crisp, clean, ready to go, eager, still are to this day. And they hit the road at about 7:20 after that on their very first call, and they've been hitting the road ever since. All the way to the point, and I just had to mention this, there was a citizen out there that they came back to because they weren't able to take care of themselves and clean their carpets for them off of the call that they were on. They're very eager, they're very responsive, and they're out there in the community taking care of the citizens just the way that we would expect them to. With that, there was a couple other items in here that I wanted to make note of. In North Highlands on February 28th, there was a fire where smoke detectors saved the lives of 4 people. So community risk reduction and what we do out there with the citizens, making sure that they're capable and squared away and have a good understanding of safety. We had salvage operations, again, that I told you that saved a lot of property, as well as 2 dogs were rescued in one mobile home fire. And recently, you may have seen it or may not have because of the way that YouTube gets things on so fast nowadays. We did have one of my companies, the rescue, hit a apartment complex the other day that had multiple units well involved, and they did an operation called Vent Enter Search. We've been practicing and training on that for the last couple of years to bring our agency up, and this is a high-risk, low-frequency operation that in certain circumstances our men and women that are out there put their lives on the line in high-risk and high human probability situations to go in and make a grab or a rescue in a part of the building that's not currently protected by fire lines. There's a lot of training that goes into it. These crews were actually training on that very aspect when the call came in at 14:39. Got to the scene, broke out 2 windows, went inside, made a rescue of one of our citizens, and came out immediately while the suppression crews were putting the line between the values at risk and the fire itself. So we're awfully proud of them and what we do operationally, and that's my report for the evening.
All right.
Any questions?
Good job.
Questions? Thank you, Chief Wagner. 522 report? Barsdale.
President Kelly, ladies and gentlemen of the board, my name is John Barsdale. I'm one of the newly elected directors of the union, Local 522. I have nothing to report tonight. I know we're working with staff on finalizing the language in the MOU and should be ready for you guys by next board meeting.
All right.
If you have any questions, I'm here to take any question.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to committee and delegate reports. Executive committee. Again, I indicated we have a need for an executive committee meeting.
Yes.
And Madam Clerk, will you please poll the 3 board members, or we'll stick around afterwards and look at our calendars and figure out when we're able to get together? That'll work for us.
President
and we'll
Kelly, if I
let you
can
know.
interject, in a previous meeting this afternoon with legal counsel, there was a discussion about exactly that, and as I understand it, legal is going to be going to the clerk to schedule a proposed executive committee meeting for the next board meeting.
Okay.
So we can confirm that as soon as we're done here.
Okay, sure.
All right. Moving on to Communications Center JPA. Chief Cochran, no report. California Fire and Rescue Training JPA. The JPA has not met since I last reported out, but they do have a new facility at 9320 Tech Center Drive, and if you've not been there to take a look around and see what's going on, it's quite impressive, and I'm sure you'd be welcome. So, Finance Committee, Director Scheidegger.
Thank you, Mr. President. Am I on?
You muted it.
The Finance Committee did meet tonight and used our full allotment of moments. Had an excellent presentation from Ms. McFarland about the status of our finances through January. Basically, our revenue is behind, primarily because of property taxes and the Community Risk Reduction Program revenue receipts. Our expenditures are about on. We are taking significant measures within the department to work on improved collections and up the amount that we're able to get income. Also, the projections in terms of property taxes look positive, so we're hopeful that by the end of the year we'll come out okay. We also got a report on our bond rating lowering in the pension fund specifically. They've downgraded us to A2 status, which could have some effect on the protection of the bond holders and in fact, some effect in future bond dealings that we might wish to have. So it's significant. But the department is taking, again, significant steps to improve that bond rating, and we're confident that in the future it will be in a better position. So with that, appreciate the fine work of the finance staff in giving the report, and unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions? Seeing
That's
no
it.
questions. Next item would be the Policy Committee. I know the Policy Committee is meeting on a as-needed basis. Director Pearson's not here to report, so we will move on to board member questions and comments. If we could start to my right, Director Monk.
Oh, I'd like to say congratulations to the Operations Division. Handling new techniques is one thing. Being prepared and skilled in handling those techniques is the basis for what we do. Congratulations to them, not only for practicing what they were doing, but being able to apply that in an emergency situation in order to save people's lives. That's what we do. So congratulations for staying abreast of new techniques and making sure our people are trained in those new techniques for the public's benefit. Congratulations on that. I wanted to bring up something I had not heard in the last month. Ria Linda, our Volunteer of the Year, Terry Barnes out there was in the paper.
Yep.
On a full front page. Congratulations to him. And again, with his long-term interest in this district, it shows, at least to me, the value of the volunteers in our organization. And I know we've talked to the chief, and the chief has told us in the past that he's going to expand some of the volunteers. Hopefully, we can use the volunteers throughout the district. So that's all I have.
Thank you, and I think it's absolutely proper to recognize that gentleman for
Absolutely.
everything he's done. All right, Director Woods.
I just want to echo comments made by Director Scheidegger earlier about the finance staff, Ms. McFarland, Mr. Campo. I went through the presentation that they had in there, that they put together for the Finance Committee meeting today, and it's absolutely phenomenal, very informative, and I appreciate all that time and effort.
All right, then, Director Scheidegger.
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add. Director Jones.
Thank you. The only thing I would report is there was a successful attendance at the crab feed to raise money for the Burn Institute. And thank you, Director Hinkie, his family, Director Kelly and his family, and significant members of the Metro family and our greater fire family here in the area to help support a great cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Jones. Director Orzali.
Just to add this, that the progress for the Public Safety Foundation is moving forward very rapidly, and I want to thank all of the SAC Metro team who's come on board to support that initiative. Particularly, I want to recognize Larry Davis for his ongoing resistance to tell me to shut up, because I will constantly contact him and say, gee, I got a great idea, Larry. Why don't you do all this work, and then I'll take credit for it.
Working out so far.
It's working so far. Larry is bringing together in D.C. at Cap to Cap a meeting with the representatives of the Lucas Device Company and the medical community who will be attending, so that we can introduce both the Public Safety Foundation and the Lucas Device Initiative to the Sacramento area. And Larry, I know this is just an additional burden, but I genuinely want to thank you for your efforts. So, thank you.
Director Gould.
No comment.
No comment? The only comment I have is, yes, I did enjoy the firefighters Burn Institute crab feed. Wonderful, wonderful charity. Pleased to be there. And Chief, you mentioned a breakfast with the California Board of Realtors, or the Sacramento Board of Realtors.
Yes,
If you don't mind somebody tagging along, I would like to tag along if I may.
that'll be great. I'll make sure that we make that happen.
Okay. Then at this time, I will adjourn this meeting. Please take note of your watches. This was a 50-minute meeting this evening.